This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. Today, I'm very lucky to be joined by Eric Butterbean. So thank you very much for coming on, Eric.
It's good to be here.
So, Eric, what's been going on with you? Because I know you've got the restaurant running.
Well, I've been going up to the Smoky Mountains, not far from where my restaurant is, and just getting to meet and greet the people. I haven't been able to do that in a long time, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
So, what I want to start with is, how did you originally get into fighting? Because I believe it was your work colleagues who originally got you into it.
Right. Well, what happened? I worked at a mobile home factory, and there was a local tough man contest. What a tough man contest is, all the guys from your town within like a 50-mile radius would get together and they'd fight to see who the toughest man is. And everybody would fight one night, fight Friday night, and all the winners went down to Saturday night, and then they would fight until there was only one guy standing. And it was 3 1-minute rounds. And that's how I got into the boxing, and that's how it all started.
And you're a 5-time world champion, world tough man champion in the tough man contest, with a record of 56 wins and only 5 losses. How come you didn't turn to professional boxing a bit sooner?
Well, I fought, that for a long time, but I mean, it just takes time to be able to get to be well known enough. And I played it as a strategy because I was on pay-per-view 2 times before I even turned professional. I was on Showtime pay-per-view before I even turned pro. So when I did turn pro, I went right. It's just like Mike Tyson fighting amateur. Nobody ever seen his amateur fights, but my amateur and my pro fights were all seen.
And when you did turn professional, it was only your second fight where you were on national television. But Mike Tyson, it took him at least 4 or 5 fights to get on TV. You only took 2 fights.
No, it was like 14 or 15 before Tyson got a TV fight. That's why I stayed in tough man so long. To get to when I did go pro, I'd be on TV right away. I probably have more televised fights than any other fighter out there right now, ever. That's been televised. Not more fights, but more televised fights.
And those knockouts are spectacular to watch. And so,
thank you.
And one of the questions I really want to ask is, lots of boxers, they have strict training routines they have to stick to. They've got the sparring, the nutrition, got to run the miles. What was your training like, and what did it consist of?
Believe it or not, it was the same as they have. I mean, I was a heavyweight, and I've always been a heavyweight, so I didn't have to watch my diet as much. But if I didn't watch my diet, I would have been like, just recently I started working out and trying to lose some weight. I would have been over 500 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilos, but the first of last year, I was over 500 pounds. Since August I'm down to under 400 right now. I'm under 400, so I'm almost back to my original fight weight.
Maybe you can fight again one day.
No, I'm totally retired. There's a lot of talk about me in that fight with Tyson was actually already offered to me, an exhibition. But I know when it's time. I'm old. I got grandkids. I got 9 grandkids. I'm just enjoying life right now, spending time with my fans and family, and I'm enjoying life. I have nothing to prove. I mean, I've done what I want to do in the fight game, and now it's time to enjoy the fans. People have followed me and enjoy life.
And you've had a very successful boxing career, 3-time world champion. And you've had some amazing knockouts. What are some of your favorite knockouts you've had over your boxing career?
There's been a couple of them. A guy named Louis Monaco was probably one of my favorite. He knocked out Buster Douglas. He knocked out Kevin McBride. He knocked out a lot of big names. I demolished him. If you look at that fight, you'll be like, wow. And his corner, I've run into him since then. We're friends now. And his corner told me, he goes, yeah, when he fought Klitschko, I told him, don't worry about Klitschko. You've already been hit by the hardest Butterbean. And Klitschko, it took him a while to knock him out. And I destroyed him in the first round. So, I mean, it gives you, it almost makes my head big because, them saying, don't worry about it. You've already been hit by the hardest hitter out there.
And one of my favorite knockouts was the Rodney Phillips knockout. I think that was incredible overhand right.
Yeah, that was a good knockout also.
And as well as being a professional boxer, you've also been in a couple of films. You're in the Jackass film. And what was that like, knocking that guy out? Because his head hit the concrete pretty hard.
doing it. A lot of fun knocking Johnny out. And Johnny told me afterwards, he goes, Bean, it was the only time I got nervous. That and 2 other times. One time he had to stand in front of a bull. Even then it made him nervous. But he said, when I agreed to knock him out so fast, he goes, I really got nervous.
I'm not surprised. Anyway, I've just got one more question, so before I let you go, because I know you're a very busy man. Who originally came up with the name Butterbean?
I'm gonna tell you what. I got a TikTok an account. This Sunday, I'm getting my very first tattoo. And while I'm giving my tattoo, I'm gonna tell everybody the true story, because the story I've told in the past. I went on a Butterbean diet to lose weight to enter the first Tough Man. It's not really how I got the nickname. But this Sunday at it is going to be 3 o'clock Central Time. Is it 3 or 4 o'clock? No, it'll be 4 o'clock Central Time. That I'm going to tell people the true Butterbean story on TikTok Live. I'm going to go on live for about 5 hours, and that's about how long the tattoo will take. And hey, help me. I'm doing a pinup on my arm of I'm gonna use my wife's face, my beautiful wife, for her face, but I don't know what pinup you know what a pinup is, right? A pinup model like they did in the 40s and 50s.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that on my arm, so I need help picking it out. You know, what am I getting? A boxer woman, put it on a boxer woman, or am I gonna put it on a Marilyn Monroe style pinup, or am I gonna do I don't know what kind of pinup yet, but I'm asking everybody to help me pick. So I'm doing that on my TikTok. So if you can help me get people to help me decide what I want to do, that'd be awesome.
I'll put your TikTok in the link in the description.
We can do another interview later on what I actually did get.
Perfect, that'd be great. If you want to watch his TikTok, I'll put your TikTok in the description. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, Butterbean. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm telling you what, you done a brilliant job on the interview, and you're very good at it. You need to keep it up. You're doing a good job.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
You have an awesome day, my friend.